Hello, everyone. This is Azim here from OSIP Design. Today, I'm going to be discussing uh, a very crucial and the most important topic here, which every business has in mind, and that is why I should hire a website designer. Why can't I do it myself? Or why can't just why I need a website designer to actually build a business website. So, first of all, I'm going to start over here. There's a myth that goes around, and in our industry, it's been very common. And we hear that all the time is that hiring a website designer is going to cost you a fortune. So, let me just tell you very plainly and in simple words that no, it is not. But what you need to do is that when you are hiring a website designer, you need to do your own homework first. And when I talk about the homework, is that I need to actually list questions myself. That when I am having a business, what kind of website do I need, and what kind of website designer I'm looking for in that. So, for example, if you just need a static website and do you and just a basic website for your business, do I really need a high-end software designer for that? No, you don't. So, but if you are doing a customized website where you need software programming involved, do I need somebody who has just learned on YouTube to design a website? No, you don't. So you just have to first gauge yourself that what kind of website do you need, and then you have to see that who can actually help me in designing that website. Now there are many other things that are involved in it. You need to be asking right questions from your website designer. So, for example, saying that what is the process of designing a website? You need to understand how it's going to be done for you. If you go and you want to buy something customized for yourself. So, for example, if you're buying a house, you're not just buying it from a builder there, you are hiring a developer there, where you are asking them from the scratch that, okay, here's the ground, and now you build a house for me, and how you going to do that, what kind of material you're going to be using in it, when it's going to be done, what processes are going to be involved, and how I'm going to be involved in that process, what my input is going to be in that regard. So all of these questions are very, very important when you are designing a business website that will actually generate some money for you, and not just going to be another visiting website where visitors just go and you know what, they do nothing. They see some, after some time they just get bored and they move on, and then they go to another website. That's how we all do, and this is what we call surfing. When we go to one website, we visit over there, we go through it, do whatever we want to, then we move to another level, then to another website, then to another website. Same happens in YouTube videos as well, where we actually just have a playlist going on, and then from one element to another, to another, to another, and we just move on to different videos. All of a sudden, we have spent about an hour or so, or more than that, just on YouTube videos there, and how we are actually doing it. So, I'm going to be talking about it, that you need to be asking right questions from those website designers. Another important aspect is that you need to ask them is that when it's going to be completed. When are you going to give me a finished website? So a website designer should be able to tell you that it's going to take 10 business days, it's going to take a month, it's going to take 2 months to design this website. And they should give you a justification on that as well, that what is involved and why it's taking that much time to do this website. Even a static website, somebody says, oh, I'm going to give it to you tomorrow, or I'm going to give it to you in a couple of hours. um, I have serious doubts on that. It's not that easy. Although things have become much, much easier now for website design as well. But again, it takes a lot of time and energy as well. And there is a lot of a good web designer. Um, uh, when you hire a good web designer, actually, that involves a lot of thinking process there at your end as well as at the web developers end as well. So when we design websites, we do a lot of research ourselves as well. What is the nature of the business? What kind of website are they looking for? Or what are their competitors doing, and how their competitors are actually representing themselves on internet. And then we come up with an idea that how you can have an edge among your competitors, why it's not going to be another abcd website there. So these are the important questions that you need to actually make a list of before you talk to a website designer. When customers come to me, I'm the one who's asking them all these kind of questions. What's the nature of your business? What are you expecting from your website? This is a very important question. And when we ask these kind of questions, a lot of times my customers are totally blank. I mean, they don't even know what they're looking for. All they need is, oh, I need just internet presence. Internet presence is very good, but for what? Then your website is going to be lost in like thousands and millions of other websites as well, which are there on internet. And how would people find you out? So these are important questions that you need to think through before you go for a website design. And that's why I say that you should always hire a pro in order to design your website for you. Another important aspect that you need to look into is that you should be asking your website designer, what platform are you using to design my website? Now, when I say about platform, there are many tools available there. The easiest and the most common one is right now is called WordPress, and WordPress is a content management system, CMS, that we call, that allows you to actually design websites where even after designing a website, you're not actually dependent on your website designer. So when we design websites in WordPress, we give complete training to our customers. That's where the customer service element comes in. And we provide them that knowledge in order how you can update your own website. Although we are there in the back end to support our customers there, but I'm the one giving training to my customers, telling them, you know what, this is what is involved and how you're going to be updating your website. You can edit your pages, you can edit your content, you can remove some pricing, change the pricing, change images, bring in new pure products or add new categories, how you can update your website and maintain it. And it's not rocket science, it's easy. It just takes some time initially to understand the process, and then you can do that as long as you know how to operate Microsoft Word, and you know how to function on Microsoft Office. You can easily do that as long as you know where the keyboards are, where the keys are on the keyboard. You can actually punch in and you can do it. It's very easy. It's not rocket science there. There are many YouTube tutorials as well available, but your website designer should be able to help you out with that as well. Another important thing that you should be discussing with them is that what kind of website hosting I'm needing for my website. So for example, if it's a static website, you need to understand, like, I mean, you just don't need a very hi-fi website hosting. You need basic hosting to host your website. It has certain limitations in it, where you have a certain quota where you can actually have these many emails at one time, but then you can actually remove them for unnecessary emails or the junk emails from your server and download your emails there in your Outlook. That's another topic. I'll be discussing it some other time. But then there are many ways to maintain your quota, and your website will be up and running smoothly. But if you are having a very dynamic website where e-commerce is involved, where invoicing is involved, where is product catalog is there, there are hundreds of products there listed in it, then you probably need specialized hosting for that. And there are many other companies who are actually providing that. So you should be also talking to your developer that what kind of hosting I'm looking at and what it's going to cost me. Primarily, website hosting companies charge from 10 to 20, 30, $50 a month for website hosting. Like, as I said, like, I mean, every company is different. we charge our customers $15 a month. Now, when we see that, in fact, $12 to $15, depending on that hosting platform that we're using. Um, for static websites, it's about $12.50. That comes to $150 a year. But when we do the hosting, that company like us, we are responsible for 24/7 uptime of your website. When we talk about that, it's very important to know that because your website is not down. Quite a few years ago, when we had a severe storm in United States, and because of that, a lot of company servers were down, and even Canadian companies were also affected. We were also affected. So we were the first one. I actually called my customers and let them know, you know what, your website will be down and it won't be up and running for the next 24 to 48 hours. And I apologize for that. But again, that's the customer service aspect that comes in. So your web designer, web developer, when you are hiring that person is actually not just designing your website, but also actually giving you good marketing tools. So you're designing your website from 4 P's of marketing that are there, which includes product pricing, promotion, and placement. Then the sales aspect as well involved in it, which means that it has all the right call to action buttons there, where customers can go and actually do some kind of activity where you can actually generate some business. So they buy anything from you, either your product or service, or they contact you for to generate that lead. And the third important thing is the customer service, which is the most important thing there, because anybody can design you a really nice website, but what if they're not there to give you support and you have any issues and you're calling them and they're not picking up the phone? So that's another important thing that you have to keep in mind. I make sure that my phone is up and running 24/7. It's not battery down, it's not drained. And even if I'm out of country and on vacation or anything for that matter, I am actually available on emails and people can contact me. My customers contact me and I reply them within 24 to 48 hours. Even if I just drop one liner on it, I'm going to be available after 1 week. At least I'm responding them. So that's another thing that you need to look into it when you're hiring a website designer as well. Um, the There are many other aspects as well. You need to be asking your website designer as well. Like a few months ago, when we designed one website for a customer, they are in the editing business. So my customer actually asked me that because she's getting all kind of like, documents from her clients coming to her, and they are very, privately sent because they are not public yet. The customer is in the editing business. They do all kind of like, um, uh, manuscripts edits, thesis edits. There are writers who are writing books on it. So a customer asked me that, what, where are your servers located? I want them to be in Canada because number one, my customers are paying me online through a valid credit card. And secondly, the other important thing is that all of those documents are very, very unpublished right now, and they're very private. So we want to make sure that everything is in contact, and we don't want them to be hosting them in another country where anybody else or third party has access to it. So we said that no, our servers are based in Canada and we can help you with that. And that's how we were able to secure that project. So every customer has different requirements. What I'm trying to tell you is that you need to be asking your customers, your website designers, all of these questions in mind, and then you pick and choose who you want to go with. Uh, Refers from friends and families and business colleagues is a great thing, but again, what you need to make sure is that you need to understand that every business is different. So a friend of yours, you are running a business that is primarily, let's say, you are a restaurant owner and you have a restaurant business, and you have a business where you want to sell through Skip Dishes, Uber Eats, and you also want to sell online as well on your website as well. People can go place securely their orders there. And then a friend of yours comes in and they are actually just for example, let's say they are a painter, and all they just need is a basic website, and they can come and tell you that, oh, you know what, Mr. So and so just designed a website for me, and that website was done perfectly, and he's very happy, all the good things about it. And no doubt that web designer is very good, but that web designer does not have any experience with integrating with Skip the Dishes or Uber Eats or for that matter, online payment. And online payment integration is very, very crucial, because you have to keep in mind a lot of things that are involved in it. I'll discuss that in another video as well. But just to keep it short, you need to make sure that, okay, that web designer that you're working with has all the right tools to help you out with that. You just don't want to hire a carpenter just to come in and build the whole house for you. Okay, so just keep in mind that nothing is wrong with hiring a good carpenter for fixing your furniture or building a furniture for you. But for building a house, you need a proper developer, a proper contractor, a civil engineer, and somebody who's a pro in doing all that stuff. So just keep all of these things in mind. And if you have any questions or concerns about how to design a website, what kind of website you should have, and if you want to talk about it in more details, give me a shout. My number is 604-679-8213, and my name is Azim, and my company is osapdesign.ca. So looking forward to hear from you, and I hope you like this video. Don't forget to go on YouTube. We have just launched our YouTube channel as well, and we'll be adding more videos there as well. You can go and subscribe and like our videos over there as well, and which will be really honored for us. And I wish you guys all the best and have a nice day. Take care.